Hello everyone, welcome to St. Joseph's Composite PU College Vijaypur and welcome to the Department of Chemistry. I am Miss Deepa Jirankalgi, working as a chemistry lecturer in St. Joseph's PU College Vijaypur. Students, in this video lesson, you will going to learn about your class 10th chapter 5, that is periodic classification of elements. Students, why we need to classify elements? We have been learning how various things or living beings can be classified on the basis of their properties. Even in other situations, we come across instances of organization based on some properties. For example, in a shop, soaps are kept together at one place, while biscuits are kept together elsewhere. Some other things are kept in different manners. Even among soaps, bathing soaps are stacked separately from the washing soaps. Similarly, scientists made several attempts to classify elements according to their properties and obtain an orderly arrangement out of confusion or out of chaos. The earlier attempts to classify the elements resulted in grouping the elements as the metals and the non-metals. So here, the arrangement of elements into different groups on the basis of their similarities in their properties called the classification of elements. The classification of similar elements into groups makes the study of elements easier. There are about now presently 118 different elements known so far. Early attempts at classification of elements like this. In earlier attempts to classify elements was grouping the non-elements, about 30 elements, into two groups called metals and non-metals. The defects in this classification was that it had no place for metalloids, means semi-metals, the elements which have properties of both metals and the non-metals, which were discovered later. In the year of 1870, John Dobereiner, he is a German chemist, he tried to arrange the elements with similar properties into groups. And Dobereiner classified elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses into groups of 3 elements. He called it as triads. In each triad, the atomic mass of the middle element was approximately equal to the average atomic mass of the other 2 elements. So, in the given below table, the defects in the classification was that the 3 elements lithium, sodium and potassium set, the set is called the triad. In this, arithmetic mean of the 2 elements, what is that? Lithium and potassium atomic masses sum divided by 2, it gives the atomic mass of the sodium 23. See here 6.939 sum after divided by 2. Arithmetic mean of these 2 element atomic mass gives the atomic mass of the sodium, that is 22.95, means approximately 23. It gives the average atomic mass of the middle elements. Like that, another set is calcium, strontium and barium. Atomic mass of the calcium and the barium gets together divided by 2. We will go to strontium atomic mass. So here again the third set is chlorine, bromine, iodine. Here the atomic mass of the other 2 elements, chlorine and iodine, sums together. It gives the atomic mass of the middle element. Arithmetic mean of these 2, chlorine and atomic mass of the iodine, gives the arithmetic mean of bromine atomic mass. 35.5 of chlorine atomic mass, 126.9 of iodine atomic mass. Sum of these 2 divided by 2, we got 79.9, approximately 80 or 81.2. So according to him, 3 elements set called the triads, and in that triad the atomic mass of the middle element was approximately equal to the average atomic mass of the other 2 elements. His theory fails due to the reason it doesn't give accurate results for the Next upcoming elements. Next scientist, the name of the scientist is Newland. According to Newland, he started with the elements having the lowest atomic mass. What is that? Hydrogen. And he ended at the thorium, which was the 56th element. And he found that every 8th element had properties similar to that of the first element. He compared this to the octaves found in the music because he is a lover of music. So he compared his arrangement of elements to the music. See, according to him, Newlands classified the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses into the groups of 8 elements called octaves, like the notes of the music. He found that when the elements were arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses into octaves, then there was similarities of properties in every 8th element. So in given below table, the 8th note of music are sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. Like that he arranged the lightest element to hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. In this, the hydrogen is a lowest atomic mass element and it shows the properties similar to the fluorine. Fluorine is an 8th element. Every 8th element shows the property to the first element, like sir repeated in the note of a music. Like that, fluorine shows property similar to the hydrogen. In Newland's octaves, the properties of lithium and sodium were found to be same. Beryllium and magnesium found to be same. Like that, boron, aluminium, carbon, silicon, nitrogen, phosphorus, oxygen, sulfur. Next, the defects in this classification was all the known elements and elements discovered later could not be correctly arranged into octaves. Some elements having different properties were placed in the same rows, like cobalt, nickel having different properties. Cobalt, nickel have different properties are placed along with the fluorine, chlorine and bromine. Iron having properties similar to that of the cobalt and nickel, these are placed in the different rows. So these are the defects of the Newland's law of octave. And one more thing, it was found that the law of octave was applicable up to the calcium. As after calcium, every 8th element did not possess its property similar to that of the first element. So due to this reason, Newland's law failed. Thus, Newland's law of octaves worked well with lighter elements only. Next, very important, what is that? He is called as father of the chemistry. Who is that? Father of the periodic table. Father of the periodic table, who is that? Mendeleev. According to Mendeleev, next, Mendeleev's periodic law. Mendeleev periodic law states that the properties of elements were periodic functions of their atomic masses. Even after the rejection of Newland's law of octave, many scientists continue to search for a pattern that correlated the properties of elements with their atomic masses. In that, famously, Mendeleev made very well-known study regarding these elements. The main credit for classifying elements goes to this Dmitry Mendeleev. He is a Russian chemist. He was the most important contributor to the early development of the periodic table of elements. See, according to him, he classified the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses and similarities in their properties. The formula of the oxides and hydroxides formed by the elements was also the basis for the classification of elements. According to Mendeleev's periodic table, consisting of 6 horizontal rows called periods and 8 vertical columns called as groups. The groups 1 to 7 had 2 subgroups called Group A subgroups and B subgroup. Group 8 and 3rd rows of elements, these elements having similar properties were placed in the Same groups. There are some spaces left vacant in the table to accommodate the elements to be discovered in future. See, so these are what? Vertical columns. So these are what? Periods. These vertical columns are called groups and horizontal rows are called the periods. 6 periods are there, 8 groups are there, students. See here, some vacant spaces are there. See, these vacant spaces are left because if in future they discover the elements, means they place that elements into these empty spaces. Next, what are the merits of Mendeleev's periodic table? The elements were classified on the more fundamental basis of their atomic masses and properties. Spaces were left vacant to accommodate the elements to be discovered in future. It could predict the properties of the elements, which helped in the discovery of new elements. The inert gas elements discovered later could be placed in the separate groups without disturbing the table. Then what are the demerits or the defects of Mendeleev's periodic table? Some elements are not arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Cobalt is placed before nickel. Then titanium is placed before iodine, etc. Position of hydrogen is not clear because it shows a property similar to the metals as well as non-metals. So placement of hydrogen become uncertain because it shows a property similar to the first group and 17th group elements. Metals as well as the non-metals. The position of isotopes of elements is not clear at that time. So these are the demerits or the defects of the Mendeleev's periodic table. Next one. Dmitry Mendeleev classification also failed because he arranged the elements into the increasing order of their atomic masses that become difficult due to these reasons. Next one, Henry Moseley. He discovered the present form of the periodic table that is called as modern periodic table or long form of the periodic table. Who discovered this table? Henry Moseley. According to Henry Moseley, he shows that atomic number indicated by Z of an element is a more fundamental property than its atomic mass. According to the Mendeleev periodic law, he was modified on the basis of their atomic masses, but he replaced that atomic masses into atomic number. According to him, the law states that, modern periodic law states that the properties of the elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. See students, this is the present form of the periodic table. In this periodic table, it consists of 7 periods. So these are what? Horizontal rows are called the period. How many periods? 7 periods. And vertical columns are called the groups. How many groups? 1 to 18. Total 18 groups are there. And here it consisting of the S block element. Here it consisting of the P block element. Here the presence of the D block element. At the bottom of the periodic table, presence of the F block elements. First group elements are called the alkali metals. Second group elements are called the alkaline earth metals. And here the boron family, carbon family, nitrogen family nitrogens, oxygen family, chalcogens, halogens, then noble gases, lanthanoid elements and actinoids elements. So these D block elements are called the transition elements. These all are the metals and these are the non-metals and these are the semi-metals or the metalloids. So here the given last elements, these are in the form of radioactive elements, actinoids. So this is what the present form of periodic table. Here this is what hydrogen. The position of hydrogen is uncertain, so it is placed in middle because it shows a property similar to the first group and the 17th group elements. So these are the alkali metals. They always have the 1 electron at the outermost shell. So the oxidation rate of all the alkali metal is equal to 1. Then these are the alkaline earth metals. So these have 2 valence electrons at the outside. It loses its 2 electrons. So it always shows the oxidation state of +2. These are all the transition elements. It transitions the elements. It transitions the properties between metals to the non-metals. Consisting of partially filled d orbitals or incompletely filled d orbitals called the transition elements. Next, these are what? These are the poor metals or called as semi-metals. These shows properties similar to the metals as well as the non-metals called the metalloids. So these are all in the form of gases. These are all in the form of the solids. Metals are in the form of solids. These non-metals are in the form of gases. So these last 18 elements are called the noble gases. Next, last come to the F block elements are called the rare earth metals. So these may found rarely in the earth. They not found very easily in the earth. So they are called the rare earth elements. What are those? F block elements, lanthanoids and the actinoids. So modern periodic table is what? It consisting of the 7 periods of the elements. First period 2 elements, next period 8 elements, and third period 8 elements, fourth period 18 elements, then fifth period 18th element, sixth period 32 elements, seventh period 32 elements. Consisting of the newly discovered elements. Then lanthanoids consisting of the 14th elements from lanthanum to the lutetium called as lanthanides, and actinoids consisting of 14 elements, that is from the actinium to the lawrencium, are called the actinoids. Then groups. Vertical columns are called the groups. How many columns are there? 18 columns, 18 groups are there. So these 18 groups of elements divided into 9 main groups. What are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 0 groups. The groups 1 to 7th has 2 subgroups called as group A and group B subgroups. Group 8 has 3 rows of the elements and 0 group has 1 row of elements. A group elements are called as normal elements. B group elements are called as transition elements. Lanthanides and actinides are called the inner transition elements. Group 1 and group 1 elements are called the alkali metals. Group 2 elements are called the alkaline earth metals. Group 7th A elements are called halogens. 18 group elements are called the noble gases, inert gases, 0 group elements. In a group, all the elements have the same number of valence electrons. Group 1 elements have 1 valence electrons. Group 2 elements have 2 valence electrons. Group 3 elements have 3 valence electrons, etc. So in a period, all the elements contain the same number of cells. So this is what the present form of the periodic table called as modern periodic table, introduced by Henry Moseley. Thank you, students.